Hello everyone, Agion here, another Steel Division Normandy 44 replay. Spawn on the left side. No, I'm starting this recording a bit earlier due to the fact that it's a 2v2. Spawn on the left side as the 14th Commandos, we have Laci. And as her, or his, Laci sounds female to me, but sorry if I make a mistake. As this individual's partner, we have Herr Roberts as the 4th Division. 4th Armored. Spawn on the north side as the 12th SS Panzer, and we even see the Brute Firefly. We have Vasili Krosnovets. I don't even know. This one's probably a bit easier to say. It spawned as its partner as the 3rd Fallschirmjäger. We have OMG Rocket Barrage OP Nerf. We got quite a bit of infantry coming out, but that makes sense. He is a Fallschirmjäger unit. The SS Panzer unit has much less income per minute, so we will see a more income efficiency for the allies for the good part of the beginning of the game. But then it gets a bit unusual when it comes to the mid game, with the commandos going down in income. So overall, that's one. I'm just gonna start from battle phase A. They will have a -5 plus 30, so a plus 25 total in the beginning part. And the battle phase B, we do have 210 versus 210, so equal income then. And then economy in the late game will be +5 -15, so overall 10 less times 2 minutes overall. A little bit less income during the battle phase C. You got a lot of infantry, some more of a defense force infantry here. A huge infantry advance rate here. It is the commando unit. Only a handful of infantry down here. Large number of infantry here, so we're going to see massive engagement between the Fallschirmjäger and commando. So it could go either way, I'm guessing. You got motorized and mechanized force right here in the right hand side of the map. We'll be fighting against a couple infantry squad and AT gun, as well as the potent Brute Firefly. BT means captured anyways. It looks like they got the first initial rounds coming off. We do got Commando 6 coming out. These are the 6-man sniper teams. The Kubo MG constantly trying to fire, but retargets multiple times, so didn't get off any shots. We got a couple 2-inch mortars. 2-inch mortars are the close range mortars, but this range it can quickly fire into city right here. Fallschirmjägers now moving forward. The Fallschirmjägers do of course have 2 FG-42s as well as a bunch of G-43s, making an excellent all-range infantry squad with 2 LMGs as well. We got a 2-man sniper squad hitting the 6-man sniper squad, but it looks like Moore's. Oh, but retargets the commando tank busters. They're almost down to the suppression point, but we do got the mortars instantly going. Nope, I thought it was going to wipe them out. We'll be forcing the fallback. We do got a Pack 41 Gretchen like. Do got a B-26, B-10 Marauder coming forward. We'll also strafing these Panzer Grenadiers. The Brute Firefly is an excellent unit versus any of these targets. Hellcat does have enough armor penetration to penetrate, but of course the Brute Firefly is much more slow to win out with the higher arm penetration. Actually 6 plus 1 star from the nearby veteran unit. Have 1 star veterancy over here. So both of them have the same accuracy. Firefly does have less rate of fire. That's one bonus for the Hellcat, but they're going to be facing a much bigger gun and much more armor. The Firefly will penetrate if lands a hit. Looks like the commandos did fire off a couple grenades, forcing the Fallschirmjägers to pin down and fall back. The officer unit is still not pinned down. Fallschirmjäger unit here is trying to run around, but sort of running around in circles. The commando sauce does, of course, have 6 SMGs, making them very effective close-range combat unit. Both the units are veterancy 3. It looks like we do got a 60mm mortar, forcing back some Panzer Grenadiers. Riflemen here will provide a good amount of suppression. No infantry held AT weapons area, so the Firefly does not have to worry about the Riflemen all too much. We do in fact have an autocannon unit now moving for the front line over here. Looks like just establishing front line on this side, but there is a commando sniper to force away these units. This commando sniper, having 6-man sniper is actually quite effective. OMG is trying to hit it, however. Here goes that sniper unit, warranting entire straight from the B-26, B-10 Marauder. Looks like more mortars are coming forward, most likely more 2-inch mortars. I don't think there's any other mortar teams other than, I think there's also the Bren Universal Carrier mortar available. Commando Fus Marines. These are basically Marines. They do have 2 Brens and a lot of stars of veterancy, especially with this officer room nearby. Overall, the Fallschirmjäger unit will have trouble engaging this. He does have facing against superior income, facing against. We got a couple autocannon units coming up as well. That can be very problematic for him. But we do got a radio operator vehicle moving forward. Autocannon as well. Whirlwind now moving forward. That's a lot of anti-infantry assets coming forward. And Firefly is more anti-tank than he really needs at the moment. Large wave infantry, most likely all riflemen. The Marauder trying to eye a target to hit. Over here, looks like Fallschirmjägers engaging the Commando Fus Marines. There are up to 3 SMGs, but they're not in range. But the Fallschirmjägers automatic FG-42s does in fact have a range of 300 meters, which makes them very effective. They can be fired from a very good range. In comparison, the Commando Marines or SMGs can only hit at 100 meters. But long range, Fallschirmjägers will win out. But they're currently pinned down thanks to the mortars and trying to eye for a surrender there. You got a mass surrender here. Fallschirmjägers reinforcements not coming to the front line, but there are sniper units as well as more assault units coming as well. You got this radio operator vehicle. This can be a very juicy target. He needs to call on barrage around this area now. Perhaps emergency barrage trying to hit that area as soon as possible because they're currently moving forward. Or you could try a more focused barrage out in front, trying to eliminate those units. Just as effective, potentially, anyways. Autocannon units coming forward from his ally. He's trying to reinforce a autocannon unit. Currently, he has his flank reasonably secure. The field control is still 50-50. A grand total of 3 whole tickets have been claimed by the Axis player. Victory is assured. Note the sarcasm. 3 tickets means nothing. Ooh, the barrage came on in. I didn't see it actually called on in. Maybe it was slight. Oh yeah, this is within a slightly previous patch, just like one previous patch. I think it fixed a couple bugs. When with this patch, the next patch after this replay, so that I don't. Sometimes there is that problem where it doesn't show the circles from replays that are not from the same patch. Maybe the patch did in fact fix that on the replays. Who knows? Fallschirmjägers now moving forward. That barrage did massive amount of damage. We got some bounces coming in from the Humbar. Oh, gets a lucky penetrating shot there, both 2 stars of veterancy, making it into very accurate 8 stars of accuracy in comparison to what 4 accuracy. Looks like the one over here died as well. Another barrage coming on in. Looks like both the mortars, well, except for one. A lot of mortars, in fact, have gone down. Sniper Commander went down. These barrages were exactly what the Fallschirmjäger player needed. You got a Panzer II command unit coming in to aid the Fallschirmjäger unit. Over here, he's starting to push forward. He has, here we go, 6 accuracy as well. So I guess that 2 stars veterancy really did help out. Autocannon unit probably going to hitting the mortar team. Yes, it is hitting the mortar team. Firefly hasn't done all too much. Has fired 1 AP round. Hellcat trying to reposition, trying to perhaps get a good ambushing, trying to get 1 lucky shot. This half track is very problematic. While usually a regular AT gun will handle it quite reasonably, but only the Hellcat here can actually engage it. Kill it anyways. That's a lot of mortar fire. Wolf Force looks like the Commando Marines will in fact hit force of surrender, and the Fallschirmjäger unit probably will be wiped out with mortars. We got some Panzer L6s moving forward. These are reasonably effective autocannon units. And this Fallschirmjäger sniper will be hit by a lot of mortars. But the commando support will be forced to be pinned down. This commando support does, of course, have the Vickers K light machine guns. Which is more of a counterpart to the MG42, or at least in real life, LMG42. You got the Umbar trying to engage the Panzer II. The Panzer II does in fact have one more armor as well as one more arm penetration. Panzer II is now going to be firing upon the Humbar. Humber. And will be taken out there. Fallschirmjägers making their advance. Do got two Morris LRCs, which they do have boys AT rifles, which is 3 armor penetration, but they're going a bit far forward, aren't they? There is an AT gun here. That is an excellent AT gun to engage these very light armor. And these guys are running forward, trying to hit the Panzer II. Will be forced. One will be forced to fall back. Did not get the shot off. The other one will be forced to fall back. A bit unlucky, not getting penetrating hits. You got a Centaur HE tank is equipped with a 13 HE round with a 1,200 meter range, making an excellent support vehicle. The Fallschirmjäger sniper unit is now trying to hit the commando assaults. Will force them to pin down. And here comes the Panzer II trying to engage. I think it's the Centaur. It doesn't have enough arm penetration to really engage it unless at point blank, really. This AT gun still has not been deployed. The Firefly is still up. There is a second Hellcat on the field. First one has used up all of its HE rounds. This one has fired 1 AP. And you got a captured Cromwell now coming on the field. HE. So these Morris will pin down the sniper unit. I suppose if armor makes him immune to a sniper unit. We do got another Panzer L6 now moving forward. Actually, there's 4 Panzer L6 out on the field. There's a lot of anti-infantry assets. We are in battle phase B, so the commando player is facing against a huge, actually not exactly huge budget deficit. He's only facing against a plus 15 Fallschirmjäger unit, which will even out the total income by the end of the battle phase. But then he will skyrocket once again. Sherman 2 DDs being deployed to the front line, which is a medium tank. The heaviest tank currently out. Well, note the Firefly is definitely the heaviest tank, but the heaviest tank of HE rounds. Army LMG rifles now moving forward. These guys are equipped with 2 M1919s as well as a bunch of Garands, making them excellent long-range riflemen. And they do, of course, come in an M3 half-track. This Army rifle leader may be forced back or get killed off, which will prevent reduce the veterancy of these units. We do got the B-26, B-10 Marauder now coming for a strafing round, hitting the pack gun quite reasonably. Whirlwind is doing a good amount of suppression, but will take a bit of time, couple volleys against it. And now we do got Tiger Ace E Whitman now being deployed out on the field. Now this is some heavy armor. You got a Sherman tank over here. Panzer L6 will have very much trouble versus the Sherman 5s, but this Tiger tank is currently reigning supreme for the time being. These commando tank busters can be very problematic. They do have 2 Piats, making them have twice the potential of taking out a tank. So got some Fallschirmjäger Pioneers moving the front line. They do, of course, have G43s, FG42s, as well as a single MG34, LMG34. Centaur's getting hit by HSB1, HS129B1, which only has 9 armor penetration. So it's more similar to the Ju-27s, but it's a bit more resilient than Ju-7 and a bit faster. Mass fallback of these riflemen on the front line. The Allies did maintain some tickets, but will be leveled out shortly. Even out, leveled out, even out. On field controls going in favor of the Axis players, and they do have quite a bit of ground being gained, but there is still a number of half tracks here in order to halt an infantry advance. But this Sherman Firefly is still very problematic. More reinforcing infantry. Looks like they use up all the call-ins with that vehicle, which it did its work. It basically saved them the game from being forced back any farther. You got the Commando Marines now engaged in a very preferable engagement range of the Fallschirmjäger Pioneers. Will wipe out that unit quite effectively. They only lost maybe up to one model, if they did even lost one model. Pioneers did not manage to throw off their grenade, or maybe they just missed. There's more Fallschirmjäger Pioneers moving forward. Though this one only has 3 members, which is a bit problematic. This one will get off. No, will not get us off this bundle grenade in time. The 3 members will get gunned down very quickly. He must not have vision of those units. That Tiger tank did not fire. He needs to bring up reconnaissance units in order to spot the reinforcements. That Tiger tank should have very good positioning. The fact he does not have vision is problematic. The HS129B1 came for another strafe, and actually did take out a Sherman tank there. I believe that is a Sherman tank. Not sure if it's probably a Sherman 5. A lot of anti-aircraft is in the area, so trying to go on these aircraft won't do all too much. There are currently 3 Hellcats on the field, but nothing really take on this Firefly all too well. But the Firefly has received quite a bit of suppression damage. Probably maybe from a Marauder. That Panther? Yes, we do in fact have a Panther D deployed on the field. Another heavy asset on the field. Tiger tank is currently lining up a shot. Just need the turret rotation in order to gauge. Trying the Centaur. The Centaur has no chance versus the Tiger tank. And there goes the Centaur. Large amount of reinforcing infantry coming to the line. Battle phase C will be initiated in 2 minutes 30 seconds, so the Allies need to wait till then to get their superior income once again. Now this flank will actually fall a little bit with that MG team going down. We'll start moving to this forest line. But this Panther D is going to be very problematic. There's nothing in the area to take it on. In fact, the one problem with commandos, other than for a few heavy anti-tank units, there's nothing really here. Nothing really they have to engage a Panther or Tiger. Reinforcing infantry units come to the front line. These may be pioneers. It could be just Fallschirmjägers. I'm guessing pioneers. Yes, we do have 2 Fallschirmjäger pioneers been deployed out. There's no more commando assaults left, so he doesn't have to worry about any more frag grenades. So these Fallschirmjäger pioneers should be very effective. Order teams trying to suppress down. No, smoke grenades coming down now. Smoke rounds. Fallschirmjägers, they're not in grenade range, and this guy's only in light cover. This guy is in grenade artillery range. We'll wipe out these Commando Royal Marines very quickly. Or do a significant amount of damage anyways. Pioneers are not in any officer orders. They can be forced to surrender. HS-129B1 did in fact take out a Sherman tank, so there goes another one. This area is very grouped up. I wish there was more artillery to call down upon them. Panther D was forced back by a Stuart. There must have been that Sherman tank as well that got strafed. No, the Sherman tank was right there. So I'm not exactly sure what on earth forced to fall back on this Panther, because there's nothing in the area that really should successfully engage it. More reinforcing infantry come to the front line. Over here, we still got a little bit of a standstill. Mass fallback with all these Pioneer squads. Still one left, not falling back. Fresh unit, actually. But this grenade can do massive damage. There's a lot of units nearby. But not as much as one would hope. The grenade is reloading. I don't know if you really reload a grenade. I don't know. Do not know. More Hellcats being deployed to the line, but they will have trouble versus this Panther. The Panther does have 13 armor. Max range, it can withstand the Hellcats. And its gun is much bigger in return versus the puny little armor of the Hellcat. Very, very good barrage from this Panzerwerfer. Very good teammate support with bringing this in. Forces a mass fallback on these units, allowing these Pioneers to advance with little resistance. You got a beacon coming down somewhere right around here. It says defend beacon, realizing there's a huge wave of infantry as well as the Panther tank. Got this aircraft coming in for another barrage, trying to hit the Fallschirmjäger Pioneers, but it's not doing all too much. You got another radio operator vehicle. It is a 380mm railway artillery column unit, so that's going to do a lot of damage if it hits something. Hellcat is going to be engaged in Tiger tank at very close range. Rolls a miss, but the Tiger tank has 3 stars of veterancy. I'm sort of surprised that it missed. Hellcat will fire once again, rolls another miss of its own. The Tiger tank, the Hellcat managed to reposition just in time. I'm pretty sure that shot would have killed it. Reinforcing infantry as well as an AT gun coming to the front line. We do got Vet2, ME1 coming forward, perhaps trying to hit the P-38. No, he's going straight for the... No, he is going to hit the P-38, not for the Marauder. With 2 stars of veterancy, they can rip apart aircraft very quickly. There is an AA weapon, a Staghound, and enough pintle mounts in the air to help support. With this B-26 received quite a bit of fire. Very low on health, and it is in fact smoking its side and rear mounted machine guns. No, its top mounted machine gun does in fact try to force the unit away, but will get shot down. The duck has been spotted as well, getting hit. HS-129B1 will strafe and destroy this Hellcat. The Allies are losing a lot of significant assets on the field. And there's more Panther tanks coming forward. And we still got the Firefly. Firefly hasn't done all too much in this map, but provides a very impressive presence, preventing his opponent deploying any heavier assets in fear that he will instantly lose it. And will have trouble dealing with that thing with his current assets throughout the game. We got another. Looks like this one's going to be moving forward. Haven't seen it call any barrages. And Panthers are going to make it solve, but do in fact have a 17 pounder. 17 pounder does of course have 16 armor penetration, but has 0 stars of veterancy. Transmission damage, which results slower movement, and as well as a couple of bombs coming in to increase the suppression, creating the fallback state. A 17 pounder needs to hit be suppressed. It does in fact kill off the Panther. That is a huge asset down for the Axis players, and just now pinned down a little bit too late, but he went for it. But there's a lot of AA in the air. He may in fact lose the aircraft. Is not. Smoking's fine, however. More infantry coming from the front line. Panther and Firefly is still alive. Hellcats do, of course, have 80 rounds, so can withstand, force back some units. HS-129B1 coming for a run onto the Hellcat. The Hellcat's very vulnerable to these things and will get killed off pretty quickly. More and more reinforcing infantry as well. Hellcats trying to hold the line. Currently, the field controls in favor of the Axis players at +1. That's all they need, just to get enough to give them a bit of a lead in case they start losing a bit of breathing room. You got a heavy AT gun coming forward. It looks like another 17 pounder in order to gauge the Panther G as well as the Brute Firefly. Butte. Another HS-129 coming for another run. Will instantly destroy that Hellcat. Losing these Hellcats are very problematic. This is one of his sources of defense. And their AT rounds are ever so potent versus the vehicles as well, Wolf versus infantry. Oh, we got the massive rocket barrage coming on in the radio from the commando unit. We do got this entire area being littered with small, largely ineffective rockets, but it's pinning down multiple units and making sort of air denial. Multiple aircrafts have gone down in that engagement. A couple C-fires. He did not get their constant C-fires from the beginning of the game, but either way. I see a attack beacon in that area. Trying to push the area, but going through his own rockets can be quite bad as well. Oh, we got the railway artillery coming on in. Does get destroyed the 17 pounder. Does force a fallback on the Hellcat. If you're going to RD me, I'm going to RD you pretty much. This barrage may in fact last until like the last 5 minutes of the game. It takes forever for this barrage to end. It is an area denial barrage. If you want nothing to be there, looks like the barrage actually ends up. I forget. I usually go for the precision barrage, so it takes forever for that barrage to be used up, while this wider barrage can be used up quite quickly. If you use the precision barrage, it really does take a very long time for that barrage to be used up. Stewart's coming onto the field, but he is going to be facing against a Tiger Ace. The Tiger Ace has been in fact repositioned to this area of the map. Field control has been back to 50%, 50-50. The Axis players do have a slight lead, but not enough to make a decisive win. Those bombs will wipe out another 17-pounder, making the Tiger Ace very little opposition. These HS-129B1s going in for a run, trying to hit these light tanks. Will destroy one sword, forces the other one to fall back. This one still has a bit of ammo left, but will be forced to fall back. But that one may still in fact go down. There's a lot of gunfire showing up at it, and you got an interceptor coming in to hit it from the rear, but it did in fact get taken down by AA actually. You got 2 air supported fires up, a C fire as well as an ME-19. You got another ME-19 as this Tiger Ace is a very imposing threat. There's nothing in the area to take it on. Definitely, anyways. C5 will in fact get splashed down. Over here on the right side, largely looks like the Allies have regained quite a bit of control using their superior income, but they're still, and the Panther did in fact go down as well, probably to the 17-pounder. But this Firefly is still in the area, pretty much denying access to any armored advancement. There's only a handful of infantry defense, so this is going to be very problematic. The field control has been regained by the Allied players at +1 at 51%. Aircraft will get shot down. Air control superiority is definitely in favor of the Axis players, but currently the ground control is still now just back to 50-50. Hellcat made, nope, looks like all those rounds missed there. But the Axis players still have ample defense with this Tiger Ace. You got a Command Panther coming to the front line over here. That would be an excellent asset. However, there's 2 17-pounders now out in the field over here. 3 actually. So there's a lot of anti-tank assets out in the field, and not a whole lot of indirect fire to order to gauge them. So perhaps maybe deploying some field artillery, but he really needs to get some defending infantry as well. So the last of the Panzer L6 just went down. These mortar teams still proving very problematic, suppressing down these units. Oh, looks like we got another railway artillery strike coming on in. We do got the Command Abrams elite unit coming out. However, this is also a Battle Phase A unit, so very late deployment for him. Nothing in the air to really take him on. We do have a couple of Panzerfaust, but that's about it. Ooh, looks like we do got engineers engaging engineers, pioneers. This guy just threw out his last one more demo charge, or was reloading anyways. This unit will be forced to fall back. Commando tank busters trying to engage. They do, of course, have 3 SMGs as well as 3 stars of veterancy, thanks nearby unit. So they're actually quite effective. Duke got a War for Men 40 on a half track. Launches a barrage. Will do quite a bit of suppression. Wipes out his own infantry as well as the opposing infantry unit there, but causing a large collapse on the field there, but now equalized right there as well. Field control is in favor of the Allies at +1. The tickets are just even now. And we do got some more AA weapons deployed to the front line to provide coverage. Command Churchill will be forced to fall back. Tiger Ace Whitman will still hold the line over here. The Axis players just gain a little bit more ground. They can they can turn it back to a draw state. As our L6 moving forward, but he's going to run straight into 2 medium tanks. We got a large number of Fallschirmjägers units moving forward. Oh, the Tiger Ace went down. Looks like maybe been one. Nope, wasn't that guy that took it out. I have no idea how that Tiger Ace was destroyed. This guy had all of its AP rounds still was not used up. Oh, the 17-pounder. One shot, that's what it only needs. One penetrating hit to destroy the Tiger Ace. That is a huge problem. The Axis players are now going to need to scramble the defense. They have lost this flank. There's only a handful of basic units in the area, but losing the Tiger Ace was a huge problem for them. But they're starting to push forward on this side, reinforcing infantry. There's still the captured Kromov of HE, as well as a lot of air support in order to destroy these vehicles. People with a medium machine gun now moving forward. Panzer Warfare does not have an MG for defense. And these Jeeps are just going to do a deep plunge. That one will be taken out by an airstrike. But we're also going to see some Bofors being deployed. We got some Fallschirmjäger Pioneers. White takes out one of the Bofors and perhaps even some of the mortar teams. This Warfare 40 does in fact have a machine gun, so it can actually defend against that. These units will be facing against a mortar half-track, so they will eventually be forced to be whittled away or forced back. A large number of these riflemen are running low on bar ammo. Huge swarm of aircraft are loitering around, but it looks like they're all in a fallback state. There's a large number of reinforcing Bofors, proving quite valuable in warding away these aircraft. You got a Panther G. It looks like more Sherman tanks, Sherman 5s being deployed to the front line. It's going to be very problematic. Looks like the Allies going to try to eye for pushing this area. I can finally see this flare a little bit. I can see its allies. See its attack beacon right here. We do got the Sherman 76 Hellcats now moving forward. HS-129B1 engaging the Hellcat. We'll get the kill there. Stu 42 is probably a bad option. He's facing against armored assets, but he may not have anything else to deploy. This is the Fallschirmjäger unit. He's sort of pick away against these lighter vehicles of his HS-129s. Holy crap, that's a lot of armor being deployed to the front line. The field control is still in favor of the Allies with 3 minutes left. I don't think the Axis players can actually win this. We'll go ahead and fast forward. This flank, it's just a matter of just strafing it with aircraft and just stalling. But that's all it is, stalling. You got a Panther being deployed out as well as Stug 3G. The aircraft weapons may be running out of ammo soon. Oh, that one just got straight up shot down. We got some of these Panzerschreck units. They do, of course, have 4 SMGs, so they're quite reasonable at close range, but they're not exactly good if they get spotted and ripped apart by LMGs. This field gun will get destroyed. It does have some AP, but not all too much. Panther G needs to start moving forward. There's just a large number of Allied armor in the area. You got some bombs coming in trying to provide some suppression, but 50 seconds remaining. Does get one good hit there. Force a mass fallback. That's a very good bombing run. Just 129's eyeing for strays. Another aircraft splashed down. evolve the allied armor, and with the last 20 seconds remaining, this game's ultimately over. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.